Okay, recording.
Or,
What is it about functions?
it's mainly the parameters. So let's say you do define function, any name you like, and then you set it to like X or Y. I know like if you
Wait,
data
what do you mean set it? What is it?
if you set the function as an example as to do calculate numbers X comma Y. I know in parentheses X comma Y, I know that X and Y are supposedly placeholder variables
Do you see my screen?
to yeah, I see it. Yep, that's what I mean.
Keep going.
And I don't know, it's really confusing because sometimes I want to set X and Y to a certain variable inside the function, but whenever I realized you didn't have to do that, you just had to you could just do return X multiplied by Y and then print calculate numbers. You could do any two numbers. But whenever it comes to, let's say I wanted to take it a step further, it's just really confusing.
What does take it a step further mean?
Like if I wanted to complex the calculation, and let's say I did, I'm trying to think. Yeah. So like, I don't know if that will work if you do calculate numbers X and Y. I mean, or if you do not X and Y, two numbers, so let's say you do 5 and 4, or you could do 1 and 2. I don't get that. So return A
So,
because the you have two parameters, but you're returning another variable that's not X and Y, it's A, but then it'll still give you an output.
yeah, I mean, do you know what return means in a function?
Um, I believe it resets your thing. Like it doesn't print out anything, it just sets it equal to whatever you want it to be, that you want to eventually print out if you have to print something out. It sets your function equal to something. Example function one. Example. So I'm pretty sure that yeah, that's just your function is gonna print example string that will get printed.
Yeah. Now, um, this is so funny that I completely glazed over this and I didn't even realize I did not explain this. So, as you can see, Amaria, right now this function So this is a function with a return statement. But this function that we just wrote has no return statement. Do you agree or disagree? Is there a return statement?
No, there's no return.
So what you're witnessing is like it's what we call it's just like the function can do a lot of different things. Right now, all it's doing is executing code. There's no return statement. But what I'm about to have to teach you, I'm realizing now with my tiny brain, is that I need to teach you what a return statement does in a function, which I'm just realizing I have literally never done. So, Mari, basically, when you say in a function return blah blah blah, it lets you set a variable equal to the function. That is a true statement, although I do understand that it's like, but why would you ever want to do this? And also, like, what's the crux of the problem? And like, why would you ever want to do this? But this is just a true statement. The purpose of return is it's like you can set a variable equal to the function, and it equals this. Okay, so I'm gonna actually explain it, but that is a true statement that I just said.
Okay.
So let's say I want to say, okay, example variable that, okay, example variable. And then I want to print example variable. What do you think
Okay.
this is going to print?
That is going to print example string that will get printed, I think.
So, okay. We are not going to go off of thinks. We're going to trace the code line by line. So when you see an equal sign, when Python or any programming language sees an equal sign, the very first thing it does is it executes the code to the right of the equal sign. Do you agree or
Okay.
do you disagree?
I agree.
So this is going to print example placeholder, which we told this function the example placeholder is this string.
Okay.
So this is just going to print the string. What you didn't know, but I'm telling you right now, is every single function has a return. If you don't return something in a function in Python, when Python runs this code, it does this. It puts this word, you don't see it, but in the background, it puts this word at the end of the function. Every function has a return statement. If you don't put it, Python just puts it for you. But it doesn't return anything. It doesn't like return 5 or example string. It just returns nothing. So right now, this with no return is equivalent to this. They are both, the function is doing the exact same thing. Oof. This is a true statement, what I just said. It's true. This is the same as this.
Okay.
Okay, these two functions are doing the exact same thing.
I think I understand that.
So
Well, no, I
now that
don't
we
think
have a
I
return
understand.
here, what happens when you return something explicitly? Okay, here we didn't return anything. But here, since we actually returned something, Python says set the variable to the left of the equal sign equal to the return. I'm going to go through this all over
Oh,
again. Python runs this code. It sees a function, but we have not called the function yet. Skip it. Skip all of it. Skip it. No one called the function. No one said run the function. Python sees this line. Okay, here's a variable. Set it equal to something else. Python sees an equal sign. It executes everything to the right of the equal sign first. It sees that we called the function with this string. Okay, so now we're jumping to this function. This placeholder is equal to this string. We
okay.
print the string. We return hi Amaria. We set this variable equal to the return of the function. Example variable equals hi Amaria. And then we print example variable, which is equal to that's my question to you.
Um, wow, I'm not gonna lie, I'm like really confused.
Okay, that's fine. Being confused is great. That means we're about to learn something. Um, Let me give you a simpler example. Oh, okay. So there are no placeholders. The function is literally not doing anything at all. All the function does is return something.
Okay,
What that means is, if you say variable equals this function, you're saying this variable equals the return of this function.
okay, I get that.
You can make the return anything. So I'm telling you, this happens every single time you write code for the rest of your life. You will see this. A variable equals a function. And it just means you're setting it equal to the function. Let's say we add an example placeholder. Okay. We call it the
Okay.
function. We set this placeholder equal to the string. We're not doing anything with this placeholder in the function. All this function is doing is returning a string. The function
So the
just,
placeholder, sorry. So the placeholder in this function specifically, it's useless.
yes, it's useless. We didn't even do anything with it. There's literally we didn't do anything with the placeholder. We didn't say print the placeholder. Okay, we didn't say if the example placeholder is equal to 2, then x equals x plus 1. We literally didn't do anything inside of this function with that placeholder. It's completely useless right now. All this function is doing is returning a string. Wait, hold on. Okay, now the function is returning 99. Okay, here we go. We're going to do this again. So, all the function is doing is returning 99. Example variable equals the return of this function. Print example variable. What do you think this is going to print?
Yep, I think it's going to print 99.
Here we go again. Let's add an example placeholder. Let's call it 80. We can okay, right now the function does literally nothing with this variable. It still prints 99. We can say if example placeholder is equal to 80, print I Amaria. So two things are happening. Number one, the function is executing its own logic. Let's just ignore the return. It's going to do this. It's going to print Hi Amaria because the placeholder is equal to 80.
Okay.
And then you look at the return. You're like, okay, what is the function going to return? 99. So then you set the variable equal to 99. So it's almost like you have to look at it in two different ways. The function, there's like everything else inside of the function, and then the return.
Okay, this example makes a lot more sense. I like this one.
Appreciate the compliment. So again, we're back to this example when you said you were completely lost. And I asked you, what do you think example variable? Here we have a line, example variable. Print example variable. I said example function. Number one, you call example function and you pass this as the placeholder. The function executes the logic. It says, okay, print example placeholder. So it just prints this string that you passed. That's part one. Part one of the function. Everything except the return. Part two, set your variable equal to the return of the function.
You cut out.
Oh my God.
I can't hear anything right now.
You can't hear
Okay, I can
anything
hear
right
now.
now?
Sorry.
Hello? Testing. Mic check.
It cut out for like seconds.
Wow. I need to upgrade my setup. All right, it's all good. I'll just say it all again. So part one, every function has two parts. Part one is everything except the return. In this case, it's just this one line. We pass this string as the example placeholder.
Okay.
And then we print it. Boom. That's part one, done. We looked at everything except the return. Step two, look at the return. Set the variable equal to the return of this function. That's part two. Part one and part two. Part one, we did it. Just print the string that we passed for example placeholder. Part two, set the variable equal to this return. So, Amaria, what do you think this is going to print?
This is going to print example string that will get printed and Hi Amaria.
What do you think this singular line, I'm on line 29. Do you see that I'm on line 29?
Oh, yes.
What do you think line 29 is going to print?
It is going to print hi, I'm Maria,
Why?
because example variable is equal to the return of the function, and the return of that function is hi, Maria.
Nice. Okay. Now, going back to our other example, I told you that if you don't, I'm just gonna delete all this, dude. I'm about to curse. Like, I'm getting lost. Too much going on. Okay, so we're gonna make a new function. Now, Amaria, here is an example function. I told you if you don't put a return, so okay. So okay, this is so funny. So, here's a function. Variable equals function. Part 1, execute the logic. We do this print. Part 2, set the variable equal to. Whoa, whoa,
Um,
whoa. Hold on. That's my leetcode. I was doing this yesterday. Okay.
oh my gosh.
Do not fret. So part 1, execute this line. Execute everything except for the return. Boom. Print 3 face. Part 2, set the variable equal to the return of the function, and then print. Like to print it. Okay. What do you think line 11 is going?
It's going to print hi, I'm Maria.
What is the entire program going to print?
The entire program is gonna print the three face and then hi, I'm Maria.
Wow, you're a genius. But Amaria, remember I told you sometimes we uh what did I say? Okay. So, I'm going to remove this. Once again, Amaria, what is line 9 going to print?
Hi, I'm Maria.
Do you remember I told you that this is so hard. So, this function returns a string.
Okay.
Okay. This is so funny. Anyways, this is the same example we just saw, except I renamed everything to returns a string or equal to a string. Example variable that is equal to a string calls this function, prints this line, set this variable equal to this return, and print it. Does this example make sense to you?
Example variable equal to a string. It calls the function and it also sets it equal to the return. And then you print the return. No, yeah. Okay, yes. That makes sense.
This is literally the exact same code we literally just talked about. I just renamed the function and renamed the variable. But don't feel bad. I do realize that you gotta figure that out. You know what I'm saying? I gotta think.
I'm, yeah, I'm taking time to like process it,
No,
but
t-
I'm pretty sure I understand.
take more time. I am not trying to rush you. When I ask you a question,
Mhm.
I love it when you just stay silent. I'm like, she's thinking. That's all I want. Now, here's a tricky example, Amaria. This is something you've never seen in programming before. Now, imagine if the function didn't return anything. I told you, if you don't put a return in your function, Python will put it there for you. When it's running the code in the background, it's like, oh, they didn't put a return. But every function has a return. I'm telling you right now. Well, this is so funny. I'm not going to blow your mind just yet. I'm not going to blow your mind just yet. But for now, you can just think every single, especially at least in Python, every single function technically has a return. But what
Okay.
happens if you don't return anything? Okay? So these two are equivalent. But I'm just going to put it there to show you that that is what Python is doing. So I'm going to delete this for now. Now, you should not know the answer to this question, but here's so, okay, number one, execute all of the code to the left of the function. It executes this code. There are no placeholders. All this function does, part one, execute everything except for the return. It prints this. Okay. Part two, set
Okay.
the variable equal to the return, but we did not return anything. What do you think this print is going to print?
um. Uh. I think. Oh. Yeah. I don't know, but I think it's just gonna print it. Hang on. I think it's either gonna print nothing. Return. It's either gonna print nothing or it's gonna print the three face again. But I'm thinking because there's nothing to return. Then again, you set example variable equal to nothing to just to print. I'm gonna say it's gonna print the three face, but I'm really not too sure. I really don't know. I don't know.
Do you want to find out?
I do. Oh,
I typed the
well,
function wrong. Wait, I typed the function wrong. Okay, I'm sorry to kill the dramatic effect. Do you want to? I'm gonna ask you again. Pretend like that didn't happen. Do you want to find out?
I do want to find out.
What?
None.
None. What is none? You're asking in your head. So, Amaria, in Python, in all programming languages, and in Python, there is a word to describe literally nothing. Like literally nothing. You know how in space, like it's not black. It's just like the absence of light. There's literally just nothing in space. It's nothing.
Okay, I get that.
in Python, there's a keyword called none with a capital N, and that there's in my favorite language C++, they call it null, Null. Every programming language has this. It's the concept of nothingness. So I'm telling you right now, if you return none, it's the same thing if you just don't return anything. Python is like they literally returned nothing.
Okay.
Very,
I was
very
wrong.
useful concept in programming that you have not come across yet, but you should understand. And p- programming is literally uh like modeling the real world. In the real world, we literally have nothing. This is empty space. There's nothing here. Also in programming, there's the concept of just nothingness. And yeah, if you don't return anything, let's say you have a very complex function. It does so much cool stuff. It says x equals 1, y equals 2, z equals x plus y, print z, and then you don't return anything. This variable is going to get so again. Oh, so again, this is equivalent. You can either put the return and don't return anything, or you can just leave it blank. I'm gonna leave it there for you. Again, it's gonna execute all of this code,
Okay.
and then it's gonna return nothing, and then it's gonna set this variable equal to nothing, and then print nothing. So this is gonna print the 3 face. Then it's going to print z, which is x plus y, which is 1 plus, and then it's going to print nothing. Now, you might be asking, why in the world did they put literally nothing inside of Python? That makes no sense.
It really doesn't. I don't understand.
That's because you have not seen the cases in programming where it does make sense. There are a ton of them. There are a ton of cases where you would want nothing. You would want nothing to exist. Now you should ask me, what are they?
What are they?
I'm glad you asked. I can't think of any right now. So I'm going to ask Gemini to give us an example.
For some reason, I'm reminded of script.parent.parent.parent. Just don't understand.
That was so funny. Script.parent.parent.parent.parent. I was like, bro, like, are these really the people teaching my people? But anyways, guys, we don't talk about that anymore. We don't talk about script.parent.parent.parent.parent. That guy should have been ashamed of himself. All right, this is the classic curse of knowledge moment. Amaria, the curse of knowledge, by the way, it's when you're talking to someone who's literally been doing this for like 10,000 hours. Like, oh, it's simple. And you're like, I've literally never seen this in my entire life. And it's just like they're just like, why don't you get it, man? It's just so simple. This happens with me and my guitar teacher. The dude's like 60, guitar 8 hours a day, dude. Like literally 30,000 hours. He's just saying words, and I'm just like, I'm nodding my head. I'm like, I have no idea what you're talking about. Like I am so lost. Like it's not even funny. Anyways, here are 3 concrete examples suitable for a beginner. That's you. Uh, Ranging from real world analogies to simple logic. The scoreboard analogy. Imagine you are making a game. 0 means you played the game and got 0 points. Okay? You tried and you
Okay.
failed. None means you haven't even started the game yet. So if you are making a game in Roblox, you might want to in your code be able to say, has this player even played a game yet? You could say if they have not played a game, their score is equal to nothing, none. Versus if they have played the
Okay.
game, but they just didn't score any points yet. You can say, okay, their score is currently 0, but they are in the game. They are playing the game. That's an example. You could
Okay.
it's a
That makes
choice.
sense.
You could if you were making a game, you could use none to say they have not started the game yet. If you use 0 for both, you wouldn't know if the player was just bad at the game or if they just were new. They haven't even played the game yet. So none represents the absence of a score. Nothing. No score. Nothing. You haven't even started. Number 2, the search analogy. Okay, this is a little more complicated. Imagine, I like this example, but it's a little too abstract for you. Amari, imagine I have a list of names. Okay,
Okay.
that's like all the people I know, and then I write a function that takes a name as a placeholder, and it searches through all of the names, and if it finds the name, it returns the name. But if it can't
Okay.
find the name, like I don't know the person, what does the function return? What should the function return?
Um, none or does not exist,
Exactly.
maybe.
None is the same thing as does not exist. It's literally non-existence. It's absence.
Okay.
And again, let's say you're making a website, and then you're like, hey, like, what's their middle name? And some people don't have a middle name. It's like, oh, like those websites are like, oh, your middle name is optional. Your middle name is optional. So in their database, if you specify a middle name, it's equal to a string. Oh, my middle name is Nazir. My middle name is Jacina. My middle name is John Cena. But okay, let's say they don't put anything there. So in their database, their middle name does not exist. Do you understand? Does not exist. There are so many cases in programming where you just need to conceptualize does not exist. And that is why none. That's why we use none in programming. It's literally nothing. They don't have a middle name.
Okay. Can we take one of these examples and put it into code form? Specifically, I really like the one with the Alice find user. I was thinking in my head how I could put it into code form. I think that would be really fun to do.
Mm,
Jeff, Marvel Rebels, Michael, Michael Myers, Jeff the Killer. Does Rafik know the person? Placeholder variable, person to search for. Hang on, is dot size? Oh, never mind. You already knew I was getting a little bit confused.
No, I'm
Like, I've
telling you,
never seen that. I've never seen that before.
I'm missing C++. I'm mixing C++ and Python. Like I'm like, wait, that's C++. Uh, all right, very complex logic here. Let me break it down for you. Number one, we create a list with some names in it. The names are strings. Number two, Python sees this function, but we have not called this function yet. Completely skip it. Number three, we set a variable person to search for equals to Amaria. Python sees this and says, okay, I'll make that variable. Number four, okay, okay, hold on. Number one, we call this function and then we print whatever it returns. Don't even look at this. Do you understand that we're calling this function and then we're just printing whatever it returns?
Calling the function and printing whatever it returns. Yes. Yeah.
Okay. We call the function and we pass this variable, which is this variable. So we're passing, goddamn, we're passing Amaria to this function. So this function sets this variable equal to this variable, which is equal to this variable, which is equal to Amaria. So this is equal to what?
Amoria.
Yeah, okay. And then we get the size of the list. What's the size of this list?
Um, 3 elements.
Yep. Do you remember our 2 lessons where we figured out how to check every element in a list? For I in range
Yes.
0 to the size of the list. Okay, that's all we're doing. We're going through every single index of the list. And then we say if the current element at the current index, pause, that's what this line is doing. We're iterating through every single index, and then we get the current element at that index.
Okay.
We say if it's equal to the person that we're searching for, in this case, which is what, Amaria?
Amoria. Search for me.
Then we return the index. Where in the list are they? If we never find them in the list, we return none. So,
okay.
Yep, we set I equal to 0. We get the first element at index 0, which is Amaria. Does Amaria equal Amaria? Yes. Return I, which is 0. Then we search for Jeff. I is equal to 0. Does Amaria equal to... So this variable, when I is equal to 0, this variable is equal to Amaria. Here, we passed Jeff. This variable is equal to this variable, which is equal to this variable, which is equal to this variable, which is equal to Jeff. Does Amaria equal Jeff? No. Do not return. Go to the next loop. I is now equal to 1. Jeff is at index 1. Does Jeff equal to Jeff? Yes, return I, which is 1. Same thing applies with Michael. Return the place in the list that Michael is at, index 2. And then somebody says, Rafika, hey, do you know that guy Bartholomew? I say, who the hell are you talking about? Who is that? Does Rafik know them? You searched the entire list, you did not find them. We return none. No, I don't know that person. Bartholomew? The One Piece character?
Is that actually a One Piece character?
Yes.
Can't
So,
believe it.
anyways, guys.
This is really cool.
Yeah, honestly, I'll be honest. The most effective way, honestly, like, screw whatever I want to do. If you have any questions, you need to just ask me whatever your questions are. Like, and then when you don't have any questions, then I can propose a lesson. But yeah, you should always probably.
Well,
Mm,
this definitely enhanced my knowledge of functions. I think I can probably practice some more with some more parameters. And that's actually really cool. Gemini gave you maybe I need to start asking Gemini for practice problems instead of ChatGPT.
well, I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Listen, I work at Google, okay, but it's all the same. I mean, I can ask the same prompt to ChatGPT.
Yeah, the examples they gave were interesting. ChatGPT, maybe I didn't put in X the right thing, but
You probably didn't. I mean, ChatGPT is pretty good too. Um, what next? Look, this is what ChatGPT will say. Mic check, mic check. Uh,
um
think of none like an empty box. You want a variable to exist, but you don't know the value. Like your favorite snack equals none. Instead of, yeah, I guess like, yeah. If name is none, yeah, like you tell the user to print their name. You check if like, oh, have you inputted your name? No. Please enter your name. Or like, oh, like I don't know what my favorite snack is yet. Anyways, yeah, you're right. Actually, yeah, Gemini is better at this. Gemini did give a better example. But anyways, Amaria, I'm gonna go to the gym and yeah. I'll I guess I'll stop recording and then we can talk for a little bit more and then I'm gonna go to the gym.
okay, yeah, because I do have like a question I need to ask you.
No, is it related to this? Because we can just stay on camera.
Um yeah, but like not in the way.
I mean, do you want this to be on camera or is it like personal or?
No, it's more so personal.
Well, I'll do whatever you tell me to do.
Okay, well, you can stop recording.
You said I can stop.
Yeah.
All right. Goodbye, everyone.